Hello guys, so in this video I'll show you how to install and configure DHCP in your CentOS or RHEL or Fedora or your Linux machine. Okay, so I'm gonna use CentOS 7 in this tutorial. So let's get started. So what does DHCP stand for? DHCP means Dynamic Host Configuration or Control Protocol, and in simple terms, if there are 30 computers or 40 computers in your network and you want to manually you want to assign IPs to all these machines, so DHCP comes in favor to us. Okay, so DHCP will automatically assign IP addresses to all those machines in your subnet or in your network. So that is the use of DHCP. So to demonstrate that, now I have a VMware installed with two CentOS machines. One is set as a server and second is as a client. Okay, so you can see that in the host name you can see client here, and this one is server one. Okay, so before getting started, there's one small thing that we need to do. VMware already has a DHCP inbuilt. Okay, so we need to configure that. Even if it is a VMware workstation, even if you guys are using VirtualBox, this setting needs to be done. Okay, so now let's go to edit and go to virtual network editor. I hope you can see this virtual network editor. So in the screen you can see that there's a small change settings tab here, this one. So just click on this and you will be getting your with admin privileges. We need to make some change, so click on that and click on the prompt, click on yes on the prompt. So when this opens up, you can see this VNet 1 and 8 is there in mind, and the type is host only and NAT. Okay, so just go down, click on any of it and go down. You can see local DHCP service is now enabled. Okay, so untick that, go to the second one and untick that. Okay, so now DHCP is disabled for both these networks. Click on apply. So this must be done on VMware because we are running virtual machines, and VMware already has a DHCP running behind. Click on OK. So that is done. Now let us go into our VMs. So I'm going to server 1. So now as a first step we need to install DHCP in this, and we are going to use yum command for that. Yum install DHCP, and I don't want any prompt, so I'm going to give -y and I'm going to wait. Okay, so DHCP is currently installed in this. We'll clear the screen and we'll just have a check on the IP. So the IP is 192.168.25.129. okay, netmark is not 0 and the broadcast is 255. Okay, so the server IP that we're going to set is 129, that is currently in this machine. Okay, so now let us go into that client one and see what the IP is of that. Okay, dog is barking. Okay, so let us see the IP. If config, I'll just maximize this. Okay, so you can see that the IP is 128. So the server is having 129 and this client is having 128. Okay guys, so let's go to server 1. Now we have already installed DHCP. So now let's start with the configuration part. So we need to copy, actually the configuration file is comes under etc folder, and under that there's a folder called DHCP, and then under that DHCP d.conf. okay, so we need to configure that file, and for that the we can copy some content that is already there in this USR share folder of DHCP, we can go there and copy some content so that we need to manually type them. Okay, so let's go there. You can either change your directory or you can use VI. So in this I'm going to use CD. I'm going to CD to USR share doc, and you can see it's not working. Okay, DHC, no, DHCP, yes. So in this we can press tab, you will see there are two folders. So I'm going to select 4 point, the one with my version number, and I'll do ls. You can see that dhcpd.conf is there. So I'll just open that up. Okay, so we need to just copy one thing in this scenario. We just need to copy one thing, and that is this. Wait 1 second. Yeah, so we need to copy the subnet from this place to this. Okay, just copy this, quit the screen. Now we need to go into the configuration file of DHCP, that is vi/etc/dhcp/dhcpd.conf. okay, so this is a main configuration file. See, the file that we just went and copied, now that is displayed here. Okay, so if you guys don't know the link, you can just take the main configuration file and then browse. So I'm gonna paste whatever I copied from there. So here, so this is a main configuration place where we're going to make changes to our DHCP server. So now when I had a check with my IP address, I saw that the IP address was in the range 192.168.25.129. okay, so I'm going to give my subnet mask as 192.168.25.0. okay, it was 129, that is the IP, my IP, the server's IP was 129. So I'm gonna give the network address of that subnet of this network. Okay, so that is 25.0, and for the subnet mask I'm gonna give it as 0. I hope you got it. So now this range part, this range actually in the example in the beginning I told you that if we're having 30 or 40 computers, we need our DHCP servers to automatically assign 30 or 40 IPs to all those machines. Okay, so this is that range, that is how many IPs that or is this DHCP server supposed to give. So in this scenario I'm gonna give as a test purpose 192.168.10 dot, I'm gonna start with 10, and I want this till 30. okay, it will go from 10.10 to, sorry, it's not 10.10, sorry, it's 25.10 to 25.30. okay, so the first PC that is getting the IP will have an IP of 10. okay, the second one will have 11, and it'll go on. okay, so this is option if you have a DNS server in your network, you can give that IP here. I don't have that, so I'm gonna just remove that, or you can hash it whatever you want. So because I removed the previous one, I'm gonna hash just to show you guys. okay, so router, if you have router placed, you can give the IP there. This is a broadcast address, I don't want that. So this is a default lease time that is given to this to every IP. okay, every machine. So just going to increase that to 1000. It's not needed. okay, it can be default 600 and 7200, but just to change something I'm gonna change this to 1000, but okay, fine, I'll just keep it 600 itself. okay, so this is a basic setup that we need to do in this file. okay, I'm gonna save that. I'm going to restart. Sorry, it's not restart. okay, first we should start it. let's start DHCPD. Okay, okay guys, so it has started successfully, which means whatever we typed inside this dhcpd.conf is not having any error. Okay, if it is not starting, you will be prompted with an error message, and you can either take journal CTL or system status dhcpd and check what their error is. Okay, so now let us enable this. Now we need to create firewall port. We need to add a ports. We need to add ports for DHCP. Either you can add the servers, or you can add directly. You can add the ports. So I'm gonna add the port. 1 second. And the ports will be DHCP 67. So let us add that to the firewall. Firewall minus CMD minus add port. Firewall minus CMD minus add port equal to 67/UDP. I don't know why it is very slow. Yeah, so it is a success, but the thing is it is already there. So one more thing to make it permanent, we'll give permanent. Okay, and here too I got an error that it is already enabled, but it's fine. If you guys have not enabled it, you will get a success message alone, and in my case, because I've already enabled it, it's getting us error, but a success is also coming. Okay, so you can clear the screen. CTL status DHCP. So this will give you the status of DHCPD right now in your system. Okay, and it's there, it's active and running. Okay, so now let us go into the client machine. So in the client machine, this is a client machine. So let's go to the settings. I mean the Ethernet settings, and this is the top right corner. You can see this. Click on that and click on wired connected and wired settings. Okay, so in this you can see that there's a small toggle that we can on and off. Okay, just off it and switch it back on. So guys, if you're not getting an IP even after doing this, the thing that you should do is just wait for some time. Okay, just off this connection and wait for some time and on it. Okay, or if still it doesn't work, just off it and on it like multiple times, like 2 times. That's it. Now close this, and this is a terminal where you will type fconfig. You'll see that guys, we got this IPS 25.10. so that is what we wanted. So that is working fine. So we'll do one thing. We will now give a fixed IP to this machine, that is client 1. So as you know, this is client 1 and that is being connected using ANS33 of this is the network card of this machine, and currently this has an IP of 25.10. okay, 192.168.25.10. but I don't want this to be 25.10. I want this machine to have a specific IP, maybe 15 or 20 or whatever you want. So for this I'll set it as 25.20. okay, so for that we need to know, we can only do this by knowing the MAC ID. So when this MAC ID comes to the server for an IP request, it will automatically assign the fixed IP that we already set up. Okay, so to do that we need to know the MAC ID of this client, and this MAC ID is right here. This is the Ethernet and this is a MAC ID. Okay, so just this is a MAC, just keep it here. We need to make a small change in the configuration file of the server. So let us go back and go to the configuration of the server. Okay, vi/etc dh CP dhcpd.conf. Yes. So we need to add a small line after this subnet thing, and to get that you can go to usr share doc dhcp thing to get what to copy. Okay, always copy it because that will be the safest way. So let us go back, cd slash, okay, I think we are in that folder only. Yeah, we are in that folder. So vi, wait, sorry, so vi dhcpd.conf for example, and what we want is just right here, this is what we want. So just copy this host Fantasia, this thing, just copy that including this braces. Okay, just copy that, come on man, come, yeah, copy that and close this window. Now go to vi slash etc dhcpd.conf. okay, in this configuration page just go below and add this whatever we copied right now. So in this host name you can give anything that you want. I'm going to give it as client. Okay, so this is where we need to give this hardware Ethernet MAC ID. Because I've not yet copied it, I'm gonna copy and paste it in this place. And this fixed address is what we need to give this. That is, I told you that 192.168.25.20 is what I'm gonna give. Or if you want to give it as 15, you can give that. So I've given that IP and Ethernet. We need to copy this MAC ID from that other system. Okay, so go to CentOS, the client, and copy this that we have highlighted here. Just copy this or note it down and write it down here, write it down and type it here. So I've copied this. Now what we need to do is we just need to save this. Just confirm that there's a comma or a colon after this. Okay, always confirm that. Now I'm gonna close this, I'm gonna save this. Okay, so there's something wrong. 20, I hope everything is correct. Why is the, okay, there's nothing wrong, it was an error while saving, so that's fine. So now let us restart. So I've just restarted the service, DHCPD service. Now let's go to our client machine. So right now we have this IPS.10. okay, it is 192.168.25.10. what we're going to do is we're going to just switch it off again. We're going to switch off our network, wired settings, go to wired settings and switch it off and switch it on. Just to make sure, just switch it off again and switch it on again. Okay, close this, clear the screen, and I'm gonna run it again. Success. So we now got the IPS 25.20. okay, so now we have fixed the IP for this client as 192.168.25.20 with subnet mask as whatever that we have given in the hostess file, not hostess file, sorry, the configuration file of the server. Okay, so once again I'll just show you what the configuration file was. So let's check this out. So it is 192.168.25.0, that was a subnet, and the network mask is .0. The range that I gave was .10 till 30, and just for this client we gave this fixed ID as 20. okay, so everything is working fine. Now just to see if a new machine is going to take this, I'll take another VM and I'll check if that is also getting an IP address. Okay, one second. change to client 2. I'll power this on. So guys, this is the client, the next client that I'm having. Okay, so this is a CentOS machine also itself. So I'll clear the screen and I'll go to ifconfig. So you can see that the IP that this machine got is starting with 12. Okay, so that is a success, guys. So this machine also got an IP starting with 12. So just to check if it is getting a new IP, I'll just switch off the card and I'll switch it on. Okay, and we'll see if there's any change. No, it's still getting .12. Okay, so guys, that's it. So we have successfully configured a DHCP server on CentOS 7, and we tried 2 clients. One client we fixed the IP address as .20, and for the second we just randomly got it as 12. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If there's any doubt that you guys go through, please comment it in the comment box, and please like this video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.